If you had a chance to make your life easier, would you take it? I will show you the solving shortcut that some experts think is unfair, even though it'll help you solve this extremely difficult Sudoku. Click below if you want to give this puzzle a go, and with that, it's solving time. Where can you solve a 4 in this puzzle? You might notice a 4 here in block 4 and a 4 in block 5. Only place for a 4 in block 6 is right there. Greetings, friend. This puzzle from the Sudoku Cult Dark Arts pack is by Jovial, who creates some of the best puzzles I've ever solved. I'll show you how to find the strategy that some solving experts would refuse to use. And first, though, we need to see how far we can get before getting stuck. Look at the 5s. Got these two 5s right here. We can solve for a 5 in block 5. And then with the 7 right here, you can solve for a 7, which leaves us with a nice 8-9 naked pair in block 5. Also with the 7s, because of this 7 and that 7, and this 7, you have a 2 places for a 7. I'll call that Snyder notation. Anytime in a 3x3 block, 2 possibilities for a candidate, mark it. In case we solve one cell, we can solve the other right away. This is just helping you find the restrictions here. So we're going to get stuck. This puzzle is extremely hard using normal Sudoku strategies, but I'm going to show you that shortcut. You're going to love it. Looking at 6s, possibilities for 6 right here. I'll mark that. And with this 6, Snyder 6s in block 6. We can also see with these two 6s, Snyder 6s in block 2. And now you can see Snyder 6s in block 8. Okay, with the 2s, 2 possibilities for 2 here in block 9. And then with these 2s, 2 possibilities for 2 here in block 8. And this is a neat little pattern here. I'll highlight it for you. It's called a mini X-Wing. Simon Anthony coined that phrase. You have a 2 either here and here, or here and here in blocks 8 and 9, which means that the 2s have to be in block 7 here in row 8, right? Because they can't be in any of these spots. And so we're not going to mark the 2s there. It's actually called a claiming triple. Instead, I'll just mark that this can be a 4-8 now. Can't be a 2 anymore. This could be a 1-6 because it can't be 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. And, it can't be a 2 either. And then this cell right here is going to be a 1, 3, 4. Okay, remove that. And then we can also look with the 3s. You'll see that we have Snyder 3s in block 3 and then Snyder 3s in block 7. Look at the 5s again. And you can see Snyder 5s, block 9. Nothing with the 6s or the 7s other than what we've already marked with the 8s. This acts as a pointing pair. Anytime you have a naked pair, acts as a pointing pair. And I cover naked and pointing pairs, my Sudoku solving guide. You can download it for free. Click on the pinned comment below. And now with the 9s, you can look here. And notice in block 1, we got Snyder 9s. We also have Snyder 9s in block 6 and in block 8. This 8, these two 9s right here, and this 8-9 acts as a pointing pair of 9s. And that is it with Snyder notation. Now it's time to look for harder strategies. And the strategy you need to solve this next cell is beautiful. It's so unique. I've never featured on my channel before. First, though, I want to hear from you. What did you do at this point in the puzzle? Please, please drop it in the comments. Share your feedback with the other viewers. Help me grow the best Sudoku community on YouTube. I'll tell you that this little 8-9 is a hint. You might notice in row 5, can only be an 8, 9 remaining there as well. We're going to fill out blocks 4, 5, and 6. This can only be a 7, 8, 9. Across 6, 7, 8, 9 to finish row 4. This can't be a 6. Or excuse me, it can't be a 6. It can't be a 8 or 9. This right here cannot be a 6. And this cannot be a 9. Okay, down here, you got a 7, 8, 9. Fill that out. And over here, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. That can't be a 6. This can't be a 9. This cannot be a 7. Okay, it looks like I got all those marked correctly. All right, and you might notice there's something going on here. You have to kind of look at it, though. I told you this 8, 9 is kind of a key. But let's match up these 6 cells right here because there's something really cool going on with these 6 cells. What you need to notice is that you have only 3 different digits. An 8, 9's in every cell. A 7's only in these 3. And so you got to ask this question. What would happen if these 6 cells, if there's no 7? If there's no 7, you'd have all 8, 9's, right? Not a big deal until you start figuring out that the first possibility would be 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9 in this puzzle. Okay, that's a way to solve that. But if you flip it and go put a 9 right here, well, that's a 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8. You'd have 2 different ways to fill out those 6 cells. Well, that's a problem. The problem is that this puzzle has a unique solution. And how do you know that? Because in the Sudoku Colts pack, they said every puzzle has a unique solution. And in fact, they count on you to use some kind of unique restriction to be able to solve the puzzle. Now, experts will come and say, hey, not all Sudokus have unique solutions. You can't count on that. I'm going to try to find a traditional solving method to do it. And be my guest. There's several hard alternate inference chains and almost lock sets and other advanced strategies you'd need to crack this puzzle. But instead, if you go, hey, I know the puzzle has a unique solution, how can we avoid this deadly pattern? And it's simple. You just can't put a 7 in a place that would eliminate all 3 of these. And what cells see all 3 of these 7s? Be these 2 cells right here. Because you put a 7 right here, you eliminate all those 7s, you know, with that 8, 9 deadly pattern. And this is a neat strategy I've not shown before. This is called a unique loop. Okay, I've shown unique rectangles before, and those only involve 4 cells. Well, now this unique loop, we got 6 cells. So it's a big loop that goes, and we're trying to avoid a deadly pattern that would cause multiple solutions. We can't do that. And so instead, you're going to be able to eliminate a 7 from one of these cells. This is beautiful stuff that Jovial put in this puzzle, and I love it. Now, what can we do? As I said, it's going to solve the next cell, but are we done with our solving? Well, let's remove our colors first and see what it does. It gives us a 6 right here and an 8 right there. So what does this do for us? Let's check out these 6s first. You might notice with these 2 6s and this 6, you can solve for 6 in block 3. Displace that Snyder 6, solve this cell for a 6. Displace that Snyder 6, solve this cell for a 6, displacing the Snyder 2. Okay, displace the Snyder 2, solve this cell for a 2, and displace the Snyder 5. All right, I'm going to show you my neat naked triple trick. In fact, I got a few of these coming up. You notice you have a 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9 here in column 9. When you have 4, 5, and 7. Whenever you have 2 of those candidates looking at one of the cells, in this case, the 5 and 7 look at this cell, and one of those repeats in another, the 7 also looks at this, you can solve all 3. This is going to be a naked single 4. The only place the 7 goes right there, and this is your 5. You want to learn more about that trick? Check out this tutorial. But what it does now is it's going to allow us to do a little bit more solving here. And the next place you want to look at are these 3 cells. How can we get to those cells with our solving? Well, let's start with these 7s. You got these 2 7s. and this 7. So the only place to put a 7 is right there. And we can remove the 8 from right there. How are we going to get up to these cells here? All right, we can remove this 7, and we're going to do some good solving here. What we want to look at is that you might notice with the 5s, you got this 5 and these two 5s, you can solve for a 5 in block 1, and then with those two 5s and these two 5s, you can solve the last 5 here in block 2. And then we can look and see that with the 6, you can solve that for a 1. And if we want to come across here, you'll notice that you have a 3, 4 remaining in column 4. Here's my 3, so there's 3, and there is your 4. And then this 3 now, we can do another neat naked triple trick. You need a 1, 3, and a 4 here in block 3. You got the 3 and a 4 in row 2, 3 repeating, solve all 3. That's got to be a 3. The only place the 4 is going right there, this is going to be your 1. And then with the 7, 9, and these other digits, I don't see an 8 in column 7, so I got an 8 right there. With these two 8s, that's got to be an 8. Okay, now what can we do? Look across row 3. You notice you have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need a 1 and a 9. This 1 is going to allow you to solve this cell for 9 and this cell for a 1. These two 9s, you know that's got to be a 9, displaced in the Snyder 8. And then you look across, see these two 8s, this cell has to be an 8. So it's time to solve these pink cells here. You have a 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9. We need a 1, 2, and a 4. Got a 1 and 4 here in column 1. 1 repeated, another neat naked triple trick. Solve all 3. That's got to be your 2. The only place the 1's going is right there, and this is going to be your 4. And what it does for us is going to allow for some more solving. Okay, we're making so much more progress here. You might notice that with this 2 and a 9, we can remove that from these two cells. And actually with these two 8s, you can actually solve this now for an 8. It's going to allow you to disambiguate the 9, 8 there, the 9 there, 7, and the 9 right there, and this is a 7. So what ends up happening is in this nice little unique loop, we actually had two 7s, and that's okay. And so 7, 9, 7, 8, 9 means this is going to be your 2. That's going to be your 6. We got some full houses in columns 1 and 2. I don't see a 6 here in column 1, and I don't see a 2 here in column 2. These 2s, looks like what we have right here is a 9 and a 3. Because of this 9, that's got to be your 9. That's going to be your 3. Displaced in Snyder 3. So that's cell for 3 now. This is going to be your 4. These two 4s, we got a 4 right here. Displaced in that Snyder 7. And with these two 7s, so we'll just drag it on over here to block 9. That's got to be a 9. I don't see a 1 in row 8, so that's going to be your 1, and this is going to be a 3. And our last digit is a 1. See if you can spot the Sudoku shortcut in this next video. Thank you so much for watching.